Hey everyone, it's Gina, back in the kitchen today. I said I would do party mix. I'm going to do that. This will probably be the last video I do for 2022. I am planning to do some and upload those for 2023. It's kind of hard to admit we're almost there, y'all. But since I had said something about doing this one, this is it. I know there are some I want to do for 2023. I want to get there. I just need a break, a short-term break. So for me, getting a week and a half, 2 weeks is great. So anyway, let's get on to party mix. What you will need is a 9 by 13 casserole dish or larger. If you've got a larger one like a roaster pan, that is fine. You can use those. Most people do Chex, like rice Chex, wheat Chex, corn Chex. I've got Crispix today. This is what we are using. So, that's basically what I'm going to use. So, all I'm doing at this point is kind of using my pan as a guide as to how much I need of each item. And I am going to use all the Chex that I have because that box was almost empty. You're also going to need cheese crackers of some sort. I've got Cheez-Its. You can use cheese nips. You can use goldfish crackers. You can even use pretzels in this instead of the Cheez-Its. But I like Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its are one of my favorites, y'all. I really do. I tell you, if they gave me a lifetime supply of Cheez-Its, I'd be eating a box a day. I love these darn things. That's why I have to practice self-control with them. Because I could eat quite a lot. And the box will tell you how much to use. 5 cups of Crispix, 5 cups of Cheez-Its. I have other things that I'm going to put in here as well. So I'm not going to sit here and necessarily measure everything out. Like I said, it's on the back of the box, y'all. Going right by that recipe. Sort of. I am also going to put in some Honey Nut Cheerios. Because I have an older recipe that actually called for plain Cheerios. I do not have plain Cheerios. This is the kind I've got. So, we're going to add some of those. Most people add nuts. If you are allergic to nuts, please do not add nuts to this. I am one of those people that I always tell you, if you're allergic to something, don't add it in. I know a lot of people are extremely allergic to nuts. I don't want any of y'all to go into anaphylactic shock and end up spending your holiday at the emergency room getting epied. And most of y'all that have anaphylaxis also have epis, as do I. So that's why I'm advising that. Because I have problems with certain things and I've gone into anaphylactic shock. So, not fun. I've got cashews. These are the Walmart brand. These are great value. They come, of course, from Walmart. So, I'm not going to use this whole thing. I love cashews, y'all. Cashews, like my husband, he don't go into shock from these. He just can't eat them because it causes him a little bit of issues. Digestive issues. We're going to leave it at that. Now, which is a good thing because, like I said, I really like cashews. So that just leaves more for me. I also have peanuts. These peanuts, again, great value. Walmart brand. The Honey Nut Cheerios were the malto meal ones. They were not the Cheerio brand, but most people would call them Cheerios. Because most people would know them in the U.S. by the brand name, not, you know, I think they're called Honey Nut Scooters for the Multi-Meal brand. And they're really good. And they come in a good size bag, so. And I'm going to add a little bit of these. Like I said, pretzels also make a really, really good addition to this. I've made them before with that. Okay, so I've got these in. Of course, before you start mixing anything with your hands, please, please, please wash your hands first. I did. I've got soap in my kitchen. I've got soap in my bathroom. I've got hand soap anywhere there's a sink. I've got some. And I use the pump kind, y'all. Just, yeah, I'm one of those. So I don't want 15 people touching a bar of soap. But that's just me. Now, the recipe here calls for 3 tablespoons of butter. That's right there. Calls for 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. This is Clover Valley. Clover Valley is the Dollar General brand. That's what we have the closest. That is the closest store to my house. It's close enough to walk, which is great. 1, 2. So I'm going to put that in there with that. It calls for 4 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce, or however you pronounce it. So we've got this. Walnut Creek is a brand that some of our local Mennonite stores carry here locally. So I got this obviously at one of our local little Mennonite markets, which I like going to the little Mennonite markets. They've got some pretty cool stuff. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now, this called for 1/4 teaspoon of onion salt and garlic salt. I don't have either one of those, y'all. And I should have done this a little bit first. What I do have is garlic powder and onion powder. Y'all know I keep those. So I'm going to add a little bit of both down in here. And I'm going to add some seasoned salt, which is what I normally add to this. I like those flavors, so I added a little bit more than the recipe called for. If you want to get real precise, it's 1/4 teaspoon of both. If you have garlic salt, onion salt, use those. If you don't, do what I did. Use the powder, add some salt. If you're on a low sodium diet, then don't add extra salt, you know. You use what you've got and you improvise things based on your dietary restrictions and that kind of thing. And this is a brand new thing of Spice Supreme seasoned salt. Spice Supreme brand you can get at a lot of different places. I know Dollar General used to carry this brand years ago. I'm thinking places like I know Dollar Tree also used to carry this brand. So places like that. I'm standing right next to my microwave, y'all. So I'm going to pop this in the microwave to melt it. I've got my oven preheated already, y'all, to 250 degrees. This stuff takes about 45 minutes to bake. You want to stir it up every 15 minutes. My new stove does have a timer built in that you can set. My old one did not, so I have what they call egg timers. For those of y'all that are fairly young, yeah, and might not know what an egg timer is, yeah, it's the little individual ones that's not on your stove. So I know some young folks are used to the newer technology. They're used to flat top stoves. I'm not. I use coil. Because that is what we had when I was growing up. We'll stir this around a little bit, y'all. This is not completely melted, but we're going to try to not microwave this any longer than we have to. Now, my microwave is extremely low wattage. I would have to look. I don't even know that I know what wattage my microwave is, because we got it secondhand. So my husband's nephew, when he was moving, gave it to us and stuff. So because where he was moving to already had one, and ours was, we didn't have one. So we ended up with a microwave. And yeah, y'all, I've lived in a time when I didn't have a microwave as an adult, and I certainly don't remember having one before I was 8 or 9 years old as a kid. Another thing from those of us who are my age. And just drizzle this kind of over the top of this. This is nothing that's exceptionally hard. Making party mix is actually one of the easiest holiday recipes you can make, and tastes good. Everybody seems to like it. I've got to come up with an idea to take to a church potluck tomorrow. I'm out of ideas, y'all. Anyway, we are going to kind of stir this in a little bit so we've got this distributed a little bit better, because you do want to get the flavor all the way through here. My husband should eat some of this. He does like the Crispix and stuff, and he does like the Cheez-Its, especially when those are like seasoned up like this. He doesn't like plain cereal very much, but he'll eat it when it's in something. I, however, like the plain cereals. In fact, they're better for you. Anywho, just trying to make this. I think I'm going to get my crock pot out to make something for this church potluck tomorrow. You know, I am a crock pot queen. That's how people know me, as the crock pot queen. When it comes to stuff like that, if I can throw it in a crock pot, I am all for it. Anyway, we are going to do 45 minutes at 250. I'm going to stir it twice while it's doing, and at the end. When we get to the end of this, y'all, I will bring this out. I'll show you what it looks like. Anyhow, I'll just take a picture of that and show you what it looks like after 45 minutes. Anyway, I will see y'all in the next one. If you haven't already, click like, subscribe, leave a comment. We've got some new people on here. I think the last name I saw was Dan and Tony. They have subscribed to the channel, so thank y'all. If I haven't mentioned y'all, I am so sorry. It's just been crazy lately with the holidays, but we will see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.